Hey, today we're going to be talking about for the Foxbody. Mine happens to be a 92, but if you're wanting to use the BMR bolt-on rear lower relocation bracket for the control arm, what they say moving the arm down should help traction, there's some things you need to know, because I didn't know this when I got mine. I'll show get some video here of the bracket itself. It's that right there. Okay, so what this does is whenever you bolt this on your car, which we did end up welding mine, but you just bolt this up, and right here the control arm comes down here and bolts up. Alright, you've got these 3 additional bolt holes, and when you do that, it changes how the angle of this lower control arm. Well, the problem that we have, what we run into, is when you put it into these lower control arms, this is making the distance from the top where the coil is supposed to touch, so right here on top of the control arm, it makes that distance larger. You go all the way down here to this lower bolt hole, and I'm pretty sure we could just move that spring in and out. It makes that distance so big that that spring is too short, so we ended up having to use spacers to try to get that distance, because the spring's just too short. So we ended up going back to the stock one, and I had to use a spacer to clear the I've got 275 60 R15s on this one, and they were trying to rub right here. So anyways, right now that's the stock location, trying to clear these. And whenever we put that in the lower hole, it dropped this car way down. So if you've got like coilovers on the back of it and they're adjustable to where you can get the height, you'll be fine. But I just think, you know, and even when we was able to lower it down some, I don't think it really helped the traction any. Now, if you was a suspension person and you had adjustable control arms and could adjust the pinion angle and all that, you might be better off, but I'm not. I was just trying this to see if it would work, and I don't think it did. Like I said, I'm not a suspension guru, but I would say for just, you know, if you're going to get to where you need that kind of stuff, you're probably going to need coilovers and stuff like that. So for the average guy, I don't think you need them. But that's my take. That's something I think you really need to know if you're going to buy these things. That I don't know if you can buy taller springs or you can get the spacers. Now the spacers that I did use right here, I got them from McBay Performance, and I really like these things. This one is a I think this one's a half or inch, and the one I've got in there right now is a 2-inch. But these things hold up very well, or they have for me. But like I said, the McBay Performance spacers, I really like them. And like I said, the BMR, I like the BMR products, but I didn't know that I was going to need these spacers when I got started, which is okay. I mean, you know, if you don't mind spending a little extra money for spacers, which are not bad, but I really couldn't tell that much difference in traction and stuff. But like I said, I'm not a suspension guy. I was just something I was trying. So if you know, if you know more about this stuff than I do, please leave down there in the comments. But like I said, for the average guy, I don't think you need them. So, but you know, maybe there's people that knows more about this stuff than I do, but I'm just saying, for the guy that don't know anything about it, I'd just say save your money. So anyways, that's what I got there. So just gonna let y'all know, before you buy these things, you might want to do your research and see if there's, you know, if you need spacers or if you got coilovers, man, I don't have to worry about it, but just want to make sure you're informed. All right, anyways, see y'all later. God bless.